There we go. What's up, everyone? Hello, hello. I got a lovely guest with me this time. I have Ivana Intuitive, so you guys probably seen her before on Ron's channel and any other, as well as any other people's channels too. I have to catch up on it too because I've been doing my own thing, but it's good to see everyone.
Yeah,
So,
it's nice to see everybody in chat.
no, Ron, I did not fall asleep. Stop it. So good to see you, Ron. So no, I didn't fall asleep. So I try my best to be on time, but sometimes things you have to get something to drink or you need to do something for your family. So it happens. Mercury's in retrograde. I'm not trying to make an excuse. So thanks.
Why, that's been my excuse. Mercury's in
um,
retrograde, that's it.
hey, this is your show, Ivana. So for those who are new to my channel and for those who are wonder who this lovely person is, Ivana Intuitive. She's very amazing. I met her on Ron's channel. When was it? When I first met you. Was it like a
Oh
week
my
ago?
gosh, it was months ago because it was the first
Yeah,
time I did Ron's show. So I was like, oh, wow.
right, right. It was cool. So it was just like being on connecting with Ron again and just meeting her for the first time. She's just, there's always a fun energy about Ivana. So it's very welcoming and warming too.
Well,
And same goes,
I have a quick question for you. Why don't
yeah.
you tell me how you really feel about Ron?
Oh, he's my big brother.
I'm teasing.
He's my big brother. So it's not all about love. He can be silly or be serious. He's my big bro. So
Absolutely.
when Ron's watching this too, he's my big brother. So it's
I know he is. I know he is.
Yep, yep. There you go. There's he's laughing. There you go. Emoji. He's speaking with emojis, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to my big brother there.
I have that effect on people. They just start to speak in emojis when I'm around.
Hey, that's cool too. So I do that also when I want to talk, and it's just like if I want to just speak in emojis. And same goes to my friend also Michelle. Shout out
Yes,
to
hi,
all the people
Michelle.
here in here too. Michelle Shining Light is funny, 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 funny. So
Yes.
good to see her and everyone in the chat room also. Kiba, who else? Gertrude, good to see you. Also, I had a lovely, lovely time with her too. She's very knowledgeable and very grounded. So love to have
Yes.
her too. And
Yes.
so Ivana, I'm going to ask you questions, and if you
Okay.
ever want to introduce yourself, what you're all about, how you got into this community, what got you in the wellness journey, spiritual journey too, and you got the floor if you want to talk about anything.
Okay. Well, a couple of years ago, I've always, 20, 30 years ago, I always felt like there was just something there was just something bigger than me. You know what I mean? And I remember thinking one time driving to work like it was like 20 years ago, and I thought, I can really go a very big spiritual route, or I can just concentrate on my to-do list. And I remember driving and thinking, I'm just going to concentrate on my to-do list. And I've actually had about 2 or 3 times in my lifetime where I felt that way. And I really think that was at those times where my spirit guide saying, come on, we want you. Yeah.
Share all the secrets, please. Only she can
The
reveal.
show is still young, okay? It's still early.
Oh, Ronnie. What's up, JR? Good to see you also.
So I thought, well, but then narrowed this down a couple years ago. I realized I was getting ready for work, and I thought I'm just not happy. And there's no reason for me not to be happy. I have a great job. I have a great husband. I mean, the whole thing. But I was missing something. And at that point, I started to think about where do I want to go in my future? What do I want to do? And I just thought I'm just really all about love. And I know that sounds kind of corny, but it's just how I feel. And then I see this guy named Ron Unconditional Love Tarot, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I guess I'm not as corny as I thought I was.
My big brother, and it's just it's nothing corny about that, and it's just like when it comes to love in any forms too, it comes in a lot of forms. It could be from just having a conversation to just reading the book. So I totally get where you're coming from too.
Absolutely. So I started to get in. I met people online and things. Started watching different shows. I have to be honest. One of the first people I really tuned into was Diane Aquarius, and love her. Her format. Love the courses that she does. That I mean, really, really respect her and enjoy watching her do her stuff. And then I was told by somebody, well, if you really want to get into this, why don't you get on Ron's show? He's a really nice guy. So I said, okay. Months went by and I never watched his show. And one night I was like, it must have been Saturday night at 8:30 or so. and I tuned in, and it was just starting. And Kelly was on there for Dozen Cats.
Oh, Kelly, that's her girl. Shout out to her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah. So
cool.
she
So she's watching this.
absolutely,
Shout out to her.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So she said they were starting a show, her and Allie, or they had started it or whatever, but they were going to do open mic night. And so I was their first open mic night guest. And after that, I said, okay, this is great. I mean, I just really love doing this, and I love learning, and I love meeting everybody in this community. And I have found that I have really grown, like in so many ways, that just so many positive ways. And one of the first things really I that I really, really am very, I don't want to say I'm proud of myself, but I'm kind of proud of myself, is I've cut out eating meat. And it has really, yeah, it was something I tried to do a couple times and it just never worked. But this last time, it was about 8 months ago, 6 months ago, I don't know how long. I don't even crave meat. I'm like happy I don't eat it. When I hear there's a recall, I don't have to worry about it. I have nothing to
So
do.
I can ask you a question about that. I mean, are you
Sure.
vegan, vegetarian, or
Well,
just
I'm not even, I have to look up the words, but I'm going to say I'm vegetarian because I still
okay?
like eat eggs. I'll still eat eggs.
Yeah.
And, well, that's really about it. But I even gave up like most dairy products,
Right. Right.
just because I don't want the animals to have to
Yeah, I
eat
hear
the
that.
food.
And because I know a lot of vegan people who are in the spiritual community who do yoga, who are into tantra, and it's just like, they value the principles of yoga, not harming any animal when it comes to being vegan. I get it. And because of me being a yogi, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to hurt animals, but I love me some chicken sometimes.
Yeah.
But seriously, I don't like to
No,
eat meat
right.
either. But it's kind of like, if like your dad makes something for like barbecue, or if it's just like for something for Thanksgiving, it's like, okay, I'll have a little bit here and there, but mostly my
Absolutely.
bread and butter is just fruits and pasta mostly too. I can't, and sometimes with pasta, that's like my kryptonite too, you
Yeah.
know, uh, like Superman, so it's like, oh shit, like excuse my language, but it's like shit. I love pasta. I'm a yogi too, but I don't want to like judge myself. I'm just keeping it real, so I totally get
Right. Right. Well, and,
that.
and I, again, I stopped eating meat, but I'm not like, like you said, if I'm at a family function or if I will have a piece of chicken or something. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I'm just happy because I don't crave it. And when I do eat it, I'm like, well, that was fine if I eat it, but it's not like I have to all of a sudden start eating it again. So I'm just very happy that I've made that change. And I think that, well, I can't say I've lost any weight doing it, but I do feel better. So, you know,
That's beautiful.
yeah, it really is. I'm very happy about that.
Gertrude said something interesting. Says
Yeah,
that with my brother was here, I would hurt him if I did not. Yeah, I get that, Gertrude.
yeah,
Yeah. You just want to respect, people's kind of, when it comes to if you make something and then you don't want to eat it. That's like, oh, you don't want to hurt their feelings. I get that because sometimes if like, say, I don't like eat my dad's steak per se, and he like he makes some mean barbecue steaks, but usually I'll just sometimes I break it into salads. So my mom before she passed, she make the most monstrous got like salads I've ever seen, and she puts like eggs and kale, tomatoes, and she makes sure she has her vegetables, especially for her, like my dad, and especially for her kids, like myself or my sister,
yeah,
or for her grandbabies. So I get that. And with me, if what, how can I respect not only myself but also with my dad? I could create something unique, and so
yeah. And what's funny is when I told my family that I'm not going to eat meat, there was like, you could tell that it was like a wave, like of, whoa, what's that about? Like, Ivana is now different. She's not going to eat meat. You know what I mean? Like, so I kind of had to ride the wave with that a little bit. And in fact, just the other day we did it for Labor Day. We did a barbecue. Now I had a vegetarian burger, but just to be doing that was fun because it looked like I was eating a burger to everyone.
right. And like Michelle and Ron were just sharing some jewels of knowledge too. And it's just like, Michelle, I get what you're saying here too. It's just like, animals are treated with respect and kindness. I'm
Yes.
fully advocate for that 100%.
Yep.
And just like, sometimes, like, because my weakness when it comes to dessert is like this ice cream and pie. So it's like, huh. And even just like when I met some friends who are vegan and vegetarian, there's like, oh, there's some, you know, substitutes for kind of like, for ice cream. I was like, what, really? Like, hold up. You're saying there's some calorie in ice cream that it's healthy, but it also tastes like the regular thing. Let me try some of that. So it's like good
Absolutely.
food is good food. And especially when it comes to like, because you mentioned, when you're talking in email that you love to practice yoga. Am I correct?
Well,
And,
I did practice yoga. I haven't done it for a few years now. Once COVID hit that, I used to go to like a class and everything, but I really did enjoy it, and I really have to get started again. And it really for well, since I'm getting a little bit older, I know it's hard to believe, but it really does improve your balance and just even what's the last thing you do where you lay on the side and it's real quiet?
oh, you like Shavasana?
Yes, yes, that was the best
Yeah, yeah,
part.
that's like when that's the beauty. I'll tell you something since I'm a yoga instructor too. Like, asana is the beautiful pose, the most powerful one, because you
Yeah.
absorb all the benefits that you did in your asana practice, whether you're a
Okay.
beginner or you're experienced. And just like when it's us coming back to food, because with the doshas, also, I don't know if you know about that, Ivana, it's just like, we have certain cravings when it comes to our own taste too. And it's just really good to honor that if you're vegan or if you're kind of like omnivores. We're all omnivores at heart, but if you're just when it comes to the doshas too, and I'll explain more about it once I do more research. But all I
Okay.
can say from that too is just like with the kapha and something other things too. But it's kind of like what relates to our taste buds, how we do things, and etc. And when it comes to food, it can you can learn something about yourself
Yeah.
in ways that you like. Oh, I get why I like meat so much, or fruits and vegetables, or other stuff too. So
Well, and I agree. And I also
side play, side play. I don't know what that means,
I don't
man.
know. This is like TMI right now. Okay.
Ah, Brandy
All I
boy.
know though is I would do the whole yoga thing, and I just couldn't wait till the last like 3 or 4 minutes where you lay down on the side. I would go through an hour of yoga just to get to that last 3 minutes, but I really enjoyed it, and I have to get back into it.
Right, right. And so, like, when it comes to that too, with the wellness, what are your favorite activities that you love to do besides yoga that help you just not only stay healthy with your body but your
Well,
mind?
let's see. Well, I love to meditate,
Okay.
and I love to walk my dogs, and
Oh,
I love to, and really just like I love to meditate. Really is what I'm finding out, and I absolutely love spending time with my dogs. I have a pool. I love swimming. I love I love stargazing. Oh my gosh,
oh,
that is
like looking at the
absolutely.
stars at night.
Yeah, like I'll be in the
Oh, that's
pool at
cool.
night and I'll just lay back and I'll just like look at the stars. And I found this app, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is because it's on my phone, and I have the chat up on my phone right now. But I found this app that you can hold your phone and you can see what stars you're looking at. That's
Oh,
really
that's cool.
Yeah, that's really
Okay.
cool. So I
Nice.
really enjoyed like stargazing is like one of my most favorite things to do. And I love swimming. I love being in the water.
What
Oh
do you
my
love
gosh.
about swimming? If you want to share about that.
I love the exercise, and I love when I'm in the water, because it takes like, it's so buoyant. I feel like I'm like 12 years old again. Like I
Right.
feel light and I can move, and just I just love it. And then when it's like nice and sunny out, I'll like just get in the corner of the pool and I'll close my eyes and I'll just have that sunlight. I'll just like face towards the sun, and I'll be like, okay, like this is source going down through my chakras, cleansing my. Oh my
Mm,
gosh, it's like this is so wonderful. And
that's
then sometimes I fall asleep.
Hey, because water is very cleansing like that too, especially if you're going to a swim or if you're doing anything that's related to that. I'm not sure if you've ever been to like a float tank before, because
No.
the shirt that I'm wearing, a friend of mine owns a place in Corona called Float State where you can just, it's like a wellness center. It's like it has yoga, meditation classes, yoga classes, and there's
Yeah.
a thing where you go in the float tank and you kind of like you're in the pool, but it's
Yeah.
like salt water and you just float there for like an hour or two. You just meditate and relax. Yeah,
Oh,
it's really cool.
yeah.
It's
When I get in the pool, I'm like, I'm going to be in here at least for like an hour or two because I just want to like, do my little swimming routine. And then I just want to like lay back, and just, oh my gosh, I just love it because it just takes all the stress away.
mm,
No wonder Avana has stars in her eyes.
Oh, like no, there ain't nothing wrong with that, Ron. I just think, like even like when you're like stargazing too, like in the sky, that's the coolest thing ever because that's like a good way to connect with your inner kid again, right? And so it's
Oh, well, and it's like really, it's just so peaceful. And it makes me really think about like how big our universe is. And I
yeah,
think about like how far away the stars are. And it was so crazy. The one time this was like 2 years ago, not this past summer, but the summer before. It was like 10 o'clock at night. It was dark out, but it was a really starry night. And I was laying back in the pool, and I always look one direction at the start. The way I'm just like looking this direction. And I just heard in my mind, why don't you turn around and look the other way? And I thought, I never do that. So I turned around and I looked the other way, and I'm sure I saw like an ET thing because I saw something come out of the dark. It shot across like a gold line, and then it shot back in.
oh, that's wicked.
Yeah, and the weirdest part was in my head, I heard, why don't you turn around and look, the other way? And I thought, okay, I'll do that. Like it was almost like someone was talking to me.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and I saw that, and my mom's like, that was a drone. I'm like, that wasn't a drone. Okay. I'm going to
No,
clarify right now
there's
that
some of
wasn't
these
a drone.
forces out there in the universe that we haven't discovered yet, too. So it's like
Oh,
maybe discover
absolutely.
something cool.
Did you see that Hubble? Was it the Hubble picture or that telescope that they have with all the like the different color like galaxies, and it looks like stars, and they're like, this is actually all different galaxies.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
heard something about that.
yeah, I wish I had the picture. It's so cool. And then when you think about that picture that they took of those galaxies, that's like a grain of sand on a beach. I mean, galaxies are like infinite. There is so much cool stuff going on out there. I don't care what anybody says. I'm
Yeah,
like
it's
loving it.
true. That is true. Because even now, too, in like pop culture, like with the multiverse theory in the Marvel cinematic universe, it's kind of like with the Loki show and then She-Hulk and then the Marvel movies, too. They're talking about timelines and different
Yeah,
universes. It's like, oh, okay, it's getting deeper. So it's
yeah,
really,
they are. And you know what I was thinking? I was watching. They were saying I was just reading something or hearing something that like when you kind of like clear up your karma now, like you make things easier on yourself now because everything is actually happening now. You actually like clear your past and your future. You see what I'm saying? Because everything's now. So even though you do it like you clear your karma on something right now, it actually will affect your past and your future. I'm like, oh, these things are just like so cool. And these are all things I want to explore some more of. You know what I mean?
yeah. And it's just like what you mentioned kind of remind me of the anime I love to watch, like Dragon Ball Super, and it's just like in the Dragon Ball universe where there's this character named Trunks, and he came from the future to warn Goku about the heart virus he's going to experience and the androids that's going to try to destroy Earth and try to kill him.
Yeah.
But then, like, he's kind of like his actions kind of had that kind of consequence because he created another timeline. I was like, dude, like, kind of, it spiraled to things like, with like someone trying to steal Goku's body. Then there's a Kai that's like god above gods trying to destroy like all mortals. So it's like, oh crap.
This is so cool because this is like how you guys are learning about all this, like through these games, isn't it?
The
It
games,
just hit me.
anime, movies,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Even
That's
like,
like. Go ahead.
oh no, I didn't interrupt you. I was just agreeing what you're saying.
Yeah. No, that's just like fascinating to me. It just fascinates me.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just like even you could read it in certain mangas and comics too, like in a Dragon Ball Super manga comics too from Japan, or even just if you guys want to play like the Xenoverse game too, or if it's just like you could read like the different timelines you have to go in the future to put things back in order, and it's like wait a minute, I'm playing this game, and then they're talking about timelines and different universes and alien species from humans to Saiyans to Namekians and Lizard kind of Frieza clan. It's like, whoa, okay. They learn about the different timelines that those actions have consequences too, and that kind of your actions affect the story. So that's really interesting.
Yeah, that was I just like I said, I was hearing about that a couple weeks ago, and I thought, oh, that's wild to how it affects all these timelines. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I got some of this
Oh, you got your essential oil?
Yes. How do you say it, and what does it do? I love it.
Copaiba?
It really makes me feel calm.
Yeah, copaiba is like a
Copai.
CBD, like essential oil. It's like a plant from Brazil. That's what I know, and
Yeah,
it
it says
just helps you
it's a
feel more calm.
copaiba resin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
it's like CBD. No wonder I feel calm.
Yeah, it's like it has like a cannabinoid too, so it's kind of like CBD. It makes you feel calm, especially it helps you feel less anxious. So if you're like, say, if you need to like put a couple of drops in your diffuser or just use it topically or with like carrier
Yeah.
oil.
Put some on my wrist.
Okay, yeah, it really does help with actually too when it comes to like your grip too, because it really does help with your body as well. So it's really one of
Oh,
my
I love
favorites too.
it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I really
and it
love
really
it.
blends well with like citrus and with lavender and peppermint too. It's really like a universal one too.
Yeah, I
And
really
shout
will.
out to Merida's Mirror. I didn't know you live in Corona, and she says I'll have to check out Float State. Haven't been that shopping. Yeah, yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know. That's cool. You should check it out. It's I go there every week, like Mondays and Thursdays. So that's like I'm out in the streets off of YouTube. I'm usually there with my friends' classes. So yeah, that's cool. It's in like the Dos Lagos area too. If you've ever been there, Meredith. So it's
So
really
when
cool.
you sit in those float things, is it dark?
Not exactly. It's just it can get dark, but sometimes they have lights in there too. And my friend James, who's the owner of it, he's a really cool guy because I met him through a friend of mine's
Yeah.
potluck. It's like whether you want a small tank or a big one too. It kind of like you sit there for an hour. It gets dark, but there's lights there too. So it really depends, on what you want to experience.
Would you want? Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, if it's dark in there and you're floating, that would be a really wild like experience.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, it's really cool, and especially if you don't feel comfortable doing it, it's like I don't know if you ever heard like a Lucia light where you just sit there, and then like it's like where you have your eyes closed and you kind of put this on your face too, and you see all kind of colors from your mind, so you probably see like abstracts of color that looks really like an art thing
I
too, and
think
it's
that
really
happened once when I was hallucinating with a fever.
oh too. You're using some kind of mushrooms or something. No,
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 no.
no, no. I was sick. I had a fever. I'm no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But I remember just like all these colors and shapes floating by. Right?
Yeah, yeah. It's like that, but you're not tripping out. So
Yeah.
it's you're totally chill. I've done it like at least I did the demo version the first time, and then the second time I did that it was just I saw like what's this the like in the '60s with the hippie kind of colors too is all kind of abstract.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
mine. So like the colors you see, that's actually from your mind itself, from your crown.
No way.
Mhm.
How does it tap into the colors of your mind?
I have to really ask James about that again too, but it's something that they have to that how it works. So it's like if you're first time doing it, and then it's like they give you a demo version, they'll give you a demonstration about that too, and then it's like you experience it for yourself, and it's just really wild. That's why I can just share from that too. So it's really cool.
That does sound really cool.
Oh yeah, it
What
does.
like does it calm you down or does it open your mind up to
I think it really depends on you. It could be both too. So it really depends on the person too. So it's like with me, I can share from my experiences. It's very awesome because you'll see those kind of colors. See
yeah.
it comes from blue to red to yellow, then abstract colors and back too. So it's like pretty wild. It really depends on you, what your own experience from it too. So it's really
What is that Oculus thing? You know those Oculus that you can put on and like that
yeah.
I have one of those, but I'm gonna see if it does any colors like that. Because there's all kinds of programs you can download and things.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And it's just like, what's cool about that place that I'm wearing a shirt from too. It's just like they make you feel very welcome. And
Yeah.
even just like they have events too, like from sound baths to, you know, um, um, other stuff too, like yoga classes and everything else. And it's just really cool. And it's just like, because I always go there all the time too. I'm a regular, so if I try to hide it, be incognito, they're recognizing the heartbeat. Oh, shit. You recognize it. So it's kind of like, it's a cool place to go to, especially, if you ever want to work there too. It's a really cool environment.
Oh
And
yeah.
want to ask you, Avana, since you love Oracle cards and you love tarot cards, am I correct? Because
Yes.
I remember I first saw you read too. You're very awesome too and incredible, and you're just funny to, you're fun to be around with, and it's just like you make people laugh and think at the same time. It's really cool. And I just want to know from you, what is your favorite Oracle or tarot deck that you love to use on a regular basis, or if you want to
Oh,
share?
oh, absolutely. Actually, here's what I'm going to tell you. Well, there's a couple things. I'm glad you brought it up because this is actually the deck. This is just a regular like Rider-Waite tarot deck. This is the one I
Okay,
use for myself like all the time.
right.
But for reading in that, I'll use the Radiant ones, and I'll use these other ones like Guardian Angel messages that have a little bit softer look and softer message. Um, but I actually really just love to use. I really just love to use the regular Rider-Waite. But I'm glad you're asking me that because I'm going to just bring this card just so people know what I'm talking about. This is the Seven of Swords card, and
Right.
I always read this as two ways. One is somebody can steal something from you. Okay, this gentleman is going into the enemy camp and stealing the swords. And I also read it as it may be a change in strategy, being
Mm,
that because
that's
he
a
went in
good
and stole
idea.
these swords, the
There you
next
go.
morning the enemy is not going to have all their swords to fight with. So it can be like a change in strategy. And I learned kind of a combined meaning of it this week. I had a very close family member they were diagnosed with a health issue that is genetic, and it's kind of like their good health was stolen from them. Okay, so their good health was stolen from them, which is forcing them to change strategies because they now have to change their diet. They have to change, add exercise. And I thought, oh, this is an interesting read for this card because it may not be one or the other. It may be something good or bad was taken from you, which is forcing you to, change strategies. So anyway, I was thinking about this card today, and I'm glad that I could like bring that up because, oh my goodness, with this Mercury retrograde and this Pisces full moon,
Mm,
everything has just been like crazy. And I don't want to say one of the worst last few days, but between my family member having this diagnosis,
yeah,
work has been just brutal. Let's just say it's been brutal. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Many people are going through a lot worse. But I just thought, oh my goodness, I can see where something can be taken from you, which then cause good or bad, and that causes you to have a strategy change. And it was funny because I had this issue at work today and yesterday. We had meetings yesterday and today that caused it was really, like I said, it was a hard situation. Um where I was kind of called on the carpet both days for things, kind of in a public setting. And it's all fine. And it forced me to like, well, I feel very close to Archangel Metatron. And as I was being called out on the carpet in a public meeting, I could feel my heart was like, ba boom, ba boom, because I'm only human, right? I mean, I was getting really nervous. And then all of a sudden, I said, you know what, Archangel Metatron, just protect me, put your loving arms around me, the golden white light. And I just calmed down. And I was like,
mm,
this is great. And
that's
I
beautiful.
just realized this is not anything, there's nothing down here to worry about, really. Or you know what I mean? It was like this
Yeah,
person was
yeah,
kind of going after me. I just really refocused, and it was just a beautiful moment. And I really learned a lot about myself.
that's powerful. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna show you a deck real quick too. And you said about
Sure.
Reddit, correct? And
Pardon
so,
me?
yeah, I think you've probably seen this deck before from, Ron or myself, but I always use this deck called the Archangel
Oh,
Medic.
I have that deck. I haven't
You do?
used it too much, but I have
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah, cool. And it's just like, when it comes to, and even Ron says, see, that is my go-to angel also. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And it's just, when it comes to this deck too, and, with Metatron also, like, I helped Ron get this deck for himself. And it's just, even Metatron's like a guide for mine too, because I always, connect with my spirit team, even with my ancestors, with Metatron, and just really meditate. I'm a maniac when it comes to meditate. I meditate every single freaking day, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like
me too.
it's like I'm always in my heart space in my head sometimes, or just all the above. And even just talking about that too, because I love to use oracle cards, and even my most favorite one so far is the Elemental Oracle deck by Stacey and Marco.
I'm gonna write that down because somebody else have used that this week.
Yeah, Sonia Main Lee, if you know her too, she uses this deck also on her with her readings too, and it's just she's like my big sister too, and she loves to use that deck also because she first saw this deck when I was using it, and I was like, how do you get this deck? And I hooked her up. I was like, girl, I got you. So it's like I send her the link and information, and she uses it for her own readings, and she's amazing with it too. So shout out to Sonia Main Lee, she's amazing. And just like what I love about these cards too is, and because with tarot I'm still learning about it, but also I use a deck called Spirit Within Tarot, and so it's kind of like I'll show you that too.
Yeah.
I was not just talking about it, I'll show you about it. Hold on. So yeah, this one I love using this one because it's so like simple to read with too, and it's just like also too like one of the cards that I love to use also, even like, with the Five of Swords, you can really just know that, it's all.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So it's like a powerful messages here when it comes to this deck. And same goes to like with the Oracle cards too, like, with, you see this card is all about doing things that light you up with electricity.
Yeah.
Just like find that passion for life, doing things that light you up or say too. And even just with Metatron, because I love using I had this deck for a very, very long time, even before I met Ron too. And it's just like it's always connected to colors too. So it's like blue, or it's just seeing a dimensional gateway too. So it's
that's beautiful.
Yeah, so it's cool that how you can really just connect with the cards, but also just with your angels and your spirit team when it comes to Metatron. And just really doing that in your own right is so powerful.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I never heard about him except for like about a year or two ago. And I'm like, of course, everyone says Metatron. And of course, I'm thinking, even though it's really, you always talk to him, Ron. So do I. I find that it's very easy to talk to him. And he's actually like a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And he's, of course, very powerful. And when I heard he's like a scribe, I just felt a connection with him because where I work, I take a lot of minutes and I'm always, taking minutes. And I'm like, I'm not saying I'm Metatron in any way, shape, or form, but I'm always scribing something. I'm always writing minutes. In fact, I think on my, when I pass away on my tombstone, it's just going to say discussion and food. I just kept talking. I lose like whatever discussion and food.
Food. Speaking of food, if you want to, I didn't want to interrupt you, but if you want to talk about what's your favorite food that you love to eat, when it comes to like any vegan recipes or anything else that you love to make, it could be something simple too, like if you want to share.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what I really love to eat? Popcorn.
Okay, popcorn.
Love it. I've always loved it.
Okay.
And I mean, just regular buttered popcorn. It doesn't
like popcorn you get from the movie theaters and you're watching an epic movie.
Oh yeah, I'm like the only one walking around with a bag this big. I mean,
you spend all that money.
My husband are like, really?
Right. I get it because I'm an icy guy. Because I know that's not the least healthiest thing, but that's like my comfort thing when it comes to me and my mom. Because we used to get those every time we were doing something important for the family, or if we need like that.
Oh, that's like so cool.
Yeah, so we do that every now and then too, just to pick me up. Because we're not sugarholics per se, but me and my mom used to get that a lot, and it's just like. When I get an icy, I always think of her. So it's kind of like a tribute to her. It's like, Mom, I'll get an icy for you. So it's like, cheers.
That's so nice. And you know what? When you told me that, I remember growing up and making popcorn, like in the frying pan. My dad standing at the gas stove and shaking the pan. It would pop. I mean, it was just like a family thing that we did. You know what I mean? Which I kind of forgot about. So thank you for reminding me about that.
Oh, cool, Gertrude. She says, I do sunflower seeds with shells. Interesting. Cool stuff, Gertrude. Awesome. So popcorn, like any particular popcorn, just regular buttered popcorn?
No, just regular popcorn. Believe me, I won't pass on it.
That's
but it's
cool.
funny because sometimes, and I know I'm telling you I'm vegetarian, but I'll buy like the cheddar cheese.
Hey, I'm not judging. So
but you know what I'm saying, right? Well, and it's funny because I have one of my cats. Well, actually, my cats and my dogs will only eat like cheddar cheese popcorn. If I have popcorn with butter on it or with something like that, they will not eat it. They're like, they want the cheese on it.
What kind of doggies do you have if you want to share that?
Oh, absolutely. I actually have two rescued dogs. One is, his name is Sarge. I rescued them when, yeah, he's an American bulldog.
Okay.
They were a bonded pair, so we had to rescue both of them. I give my husband credit for this too. He's over 100 pounds. He's an American bulldog. They're both 10 years old, and now they're 13, so they're seniors.
Senior.
I had to bring his old lady with them. And that's Bella.
Bella. Sarge and Bella. That's a cool name.
Sarge and Bella.
Two babies also. One of them is Ricky. I don't know if you could see him, but
I heard one of them earlier. Oh, yeah, he's out.
That's my blondie fur ball. So he's looking at the the so he's like, what's up? And the other one too is Teddy, is my cousin's dog. She's a Yorkie, so she's just. I'll show you who she looks like. That's my cousin.
Oh my gosh, what a cutie!
Yeah, she's
my mom has a Yorkie. Yeah.
I'll let the looks fool you. She's a little bossy lady, so it's like, I want to go outside, and she wants to eat. She wants to have things her way. So it's like she's the queen around here. Only lady.
Absolutely.
And when my sister and my niece comes here too, it's like, it's a wrap. So they kind of go with her. But she's a pretty sweet dog, though. Like, nonetheless, she makes you feel welcome. But she is a bossy lady. Yorkies.
My mom has a Yorkie, and it outsmarts me like all the time. And I don't know how it's like, what is its brain must be this big? And I get so mad because it just outsmarts me. Like, it won't go out, it won't commit. You know what I mean? It's just so smart. And it's kind of like, my mom says she's kind of like the American Express card. She thinks she's welcome everywhere, and she isn't. A lot of people aren't too interested.
You see her now, she's barking at
you. Yeah.
What, girl? I'm doing the interview. You're making an audience now. What's up? You want to go out there? Don't be looking at me, girl. What's up? I'm sorry, guys. You've seen the show right now, so what's up? You want to go out there? You want to go out there? Come on.
Ron, I'm a popcorn fan too. I totally agree. I love it.
All right. So she wants to have it her way. She wants to get out the door. So
yep, I get it. Absolutely.
All right. So yeah.
So I have the two rescue dogs, and I have 4 rescued cats, and they're like all 12 years old, and 3 of them are 12 because they're brothers and sisters, and one is a Siamese, and he's like 16. So we have 6 animals in the house. We're like a little
6 animals. All of them dogs, or they're just different? Like
2 dogs and 4 cats, and So I used to have 7 cats and 2 dogs, but some of them they all naturally transitioned and everything. But
right.
4 cats, 2 dogs is enough.
Like animals have like this intuition when it comes with my dogs too, and it's kind of like how just really observing animals too, like how they interact with people, and it's just like they could tell by someone like it's just like something's off, but then it's like you just pick that up because with Ricky, he's a very people person, and just like if he gets a certain a feeling about someone, he's like if he barks at him or if he's not feeling him, it's like I pay attention to that. I
absolutely do. Absolutely do, because they do know, and they're usually right. If they're standoffish or they're barking or something.
Yeah.
They do. They definitely are intuitive about all that stuff.
Yeah, same goes with cats too, because my friend of mine has she had like a litter of cats, like she had like 12, but now she has like at least 6, because some of my friends got took a couple of them to her place in Northern California, but the ones she has at her house it's kind of she's very unique. Like they're smart too, and it's just like every time I visit them, sometimes too. Recently, I was there on Sunday. Not too long ago, and it's just they're just so cute. Like one time I spent a night there, and they just want to lay next to me too. It's like, oh, you're not gonna eat me, are you?
Maybe.
So I was like, I haven't had a cat since I was a kid, because my sister had a cat. She got it from my 5th grade teacher. It's just her name was Leia, all white, blue eyes, really cute.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I just she got sick and she had to transition. It was sad, but she was had her still with me, she'd been like the most beautiful whitish blue-eyed cat I've ever seen. It's like kind of like a cat you see in Austin Powers. It's like, but she's good, so it's She's really those cats.
And this is kind of the opposite, but I think Heather Indigo Chrysalis, and I know she changed her name, but doesn't she have like a black cat? Does it with those blue eyes or those green eyes? I can't remember.
I'm
Her
not
cat
sure.
has like the craziest, most beautiful eyes I've ever seen. It's like,
Oh
oh my
wow.
gosh,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen your cats much, so it's kind of like I don't see her as much on YouTube. But I've seen your cat once, I think. It was kind of like I jumped on like a live stream.
And then of course there's Kelly's cats.
Oh yeah, Kelly's cats too. Her cats, because her cat, what's his name? Was it Oh,
I
dang it.
forget his name too, but isn't there one that kind of always comes up on the keyboard and
Yeah. I
makes
think
his presence known? Let's put it that
yeah,
way.
he like because Kelly mentioned that he likes the sound of my voice. So I was like, oh, okay. His name is Quincy, I think. Quincy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
you're right.
that's the
Yeah.
coolest cat name. I was like, Quincy. I was like, oh, that's a cool cat's name. And of course, Lisa's cat, Spirit Intuitive Tarot, with Axel. He's like one of the coolest cats I ever seen because he's all black and he's very chill. And just
Oh,
like
I have to keep that in mind.
oh yeah, it's just like when I first, met, Lisa Smith, I call her my big sister too. So
Yeah.
it's like, like see Axel is like, oh, he's, putting his paws down. He's like, he's making something. He's like, oh, that's the coolest cat I've ever seen. So it's like, he's very chill. And just like his sister, the opposite. She's like, I'm the head honcho. Don't mess with me. I'll give you the paws, give you this work. So it's like, boom. It's like, I don't want to mess with her because if I interact with her, she'll scratch my hand up. So it's like,
yeah.
yeah.
I had my aunt when this was for a long time ago, 20 years ago, but she had two cats and one was a tomcat. I mean, he was mean and I really respected him. I really gave him his space when I would go over there. He never did anything to me, but I never approached him because you could just tell he was like an alley cat,
Right.
He did mess because she lives in Chicago, but yeah, he didn't mess around with him.
Chicago. So, like, since you brought that up with traveling, do you love to travel? Do you love to do anything else?
Of course, I love to travel, but I don't travel because I have all these animals. So we can't travel right now because there's nobody that we can get to watch 6 geriatric animals that are all on prescriptions and special diets. But I will tell you, I'm in Northeast Ohio now and I live here. But I spent about 10 years, I lived in Chicago. And I spent 10 years or so, about 10 years, and I lived in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I've been around, a little bit, and I have visited California, I visited Florida, I visited, Cancun, and.
Yeah. What are your favorite places out of all the places you went to, where's your most favorite?
I think my most favorite place really is Chicago, except for the Chicago winters. But I really love Chicago.
My uncle's from Chicago, my dad's best friend, and now he's living with us too. So it's kind of like I even know some people who are living in Chicago too. So it's like kind of like the Windy City. It's like pretty powerful place too. It can be pretty brutal also depending where you go. So and then like with my dad being from Virginia, it's like I've been there a couple of times in the summer. Very beautiful, very nature like too. And it can get hot and humid pretty quick in the summer. So it's like
go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no! I was just saying, like like just my own experience being in Virginia. It's beautiful, very fresh air. If you love nature, because all the trees are there too. Like nature, you see bears, deers, all kind of stuff too. But it's in the East Coast down south kind of way too. So it's like different, but it's very like for people who love nature and all that.
It was I mean, I lived in D.C. Washington, D.C., and then I lived in Potomac, Maryland for a while, so I, a little bit. But I just remember that, like, around in the summertime, it would get so hot and humid there, and there would always be, like, an afternoon rain, and like, the steam would just come out of, like, Rock Creek Park. If you were driving through there, you could just see the steam rising. It just seemed, like, so tropical to me, you know what I mean? Especially if we're living in Ohio and Chicago. It was like, oh my gosh, this is like, and it would rain for like 20 minutes and then it would stop and then it would clear up. And I don't know if it still does that with all this climate change and that, but
yeah, I get that. And it's just like with the climate change too, it kind of makes you a little concerned too for our planet too, just because of what's going on. And it's just like, even because I don't know if I told you this story on Sunday, like I went to my friend's birthday party and then it's kind of had this feeling like it's gonna rain. like, how did I got this feeling it's gonna rain? It's like, you know, like Thor, like he needs like about to summon his lightning, all the sky turns gray and black.
Yeah,
Like that. I was like, oh shit, should I roll my friend about this? I was like, oh, I think she'll pick this up too. So it's kind of like a couple of minutes later too, down the road, it started raining hard. Like I took a shower, I washed my hair, I got everything. I was soaking wet again. I was like, but I didn't get mad. I was like, you know what? This is a blessing, but at the same time, it's like I gotta go in my car. So helping my friend out too. It's like when it comes to practicing mindfulness, it's like, okay, I kept myself cool. It's like if I was in a bad mood, I'll be like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, so exactly. But what's the point, right?
Right.
I'm just trying to roll with the punches. You know what I'm saying?
Roll with the punches, exactly. Too.
Because in Ohio, it's like, well, they say if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes because it'll change, which is true. I mean, it's so if it's sunny, it'll turn rainy. If it's raining, it'll turn sunny. And there's plenty. I've gotten caught in rainstorms when I walk my dog sometimes. And like you said, I don't even walk any faster. I just let it pour on me. We'll get home when we get home. I'm so, but like you said, I can get all upset about it, or I can just go with it,
Yeah. That's the cool thing about practicing mindfulness too. And it's just like you could be upset about it, or you can just let it just.
I try to really use. I think our emotions are just such a good barometer of where we're at. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if I'm not happy or I'm fearful, I really try to watch my emotions. And if that's the case, then I try to, like you said, be mindful and change that. Just try to get a good thought. Try to get a thought of gratitude. So I do. I'm really trying to learn how to really, like I say, watch my emotions and that. You know what I mean? Because I think
it's good to do that, and also honor where you're at too. It's like if you want to be sad, just like honor that too. But you don't have to stay in that place. It's like okay,
right.
Sad, but how can I change that to just really make my day more better? It's like reading a book, doing something silly, watching something silly, etc. So it's like I get that. Watching.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you said you've been to Cancun before, right?
Oh my gosh, many years ago. Yes.
Oh, because I love to travel, and I'm because with me, because I was growing up, I thought I was an introvert, but I'm kind of like in the middle, introvert and extrovert. So it's kind of like, if I ever go to Cancun, I want to see what the party scenes look like. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like I love the tropical weather, beaches.
Oh, it was great. In fact, it's so wild because I went to Chichen Itza, and that is one of the pyramid temple things. And I happened to go right around my birthday, which happens to be like around September, 21st, 22nd. And that's when you can see the serpent on the pyramid because of the equinox.
Yeah.
It's so weird because a couple months ago, I was like, all of a sudden I started remembering that trip with the serpent. And then and then I remembered in middle school, I made a model of that serpent mound that's in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I thinking about these things? This is so crazy. So I got a read from someone, and they said, well, when you start thinking about serpents, it's your kundalini is waking up, and like that serpent's going up through your chakras or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it.
And speaking of that too, with kundalini, because I know with the Mercury retrograde, this is a powerful time for all of us to reflect.
Yes.
Too, especially when it comes to communication with Mercury retrograde, that really affects that kind of, that feel too. And it's just like, like with the kundalini awakening, like, did you say that happened to you also when you got that read from someone, or was it just...
Well, yeah, it was like I was just remembering like things like about serpents, like that I had made that model and things like that, and I think I did have an awakening at that time. You know what I mean? It was like I say, it was about 6 months ago or whatever. But then I remembered, I was down at Chichen Itza on my 30th birthday. You know what I mean? When that serpent showed up, the way the shadows go on the side of it, the side of that one temple. And I'm like, I think there's some significance here with all this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, because our kundalini awakening could be totally different for us too, but it could be a very powerful experience for anyone who's experienced it at the time. So like for you, I was just wondering, how did it feel to you when you discovered that? Was it like illuminating? Was it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I was just kept thinking about serpents.
Okay, hey, that's cool. That's cool. So,
And I was like, but it made sense.
right. I'm sorry
Oh,
about your friend,
yeah,
JR.
JR, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, for sure. And seeing like Kiba said something with Mary Tables lost her husband too.
Oh,
So condolences to anyone who lost someone, people recently too. Just want to keep that prayers out there.
yeah,
Because I know that's tough too, especially during now too. It's just we guys like any prayer requests too. You guys have our blessings along with it too.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, if you guys have any questions for Avana, if you want to ask her anything, any people in the audience, and much love to all you guys who are popping in, ATL, Brooklyn Gal,
Yes.
anyone else who wants to ask Ivana questions, or if you guys ever want to check out her channel too, it's pinned in the chat so you guys can find her. It's in the description too, so you guys can
Thank
find her
you.
channel, subscribe to her. She's really amazing and awesome person. So yeah, if you guys want a card too for today, I mean, shoot,
Yeah.
yeah, we're totally open for that too. So feel free to post any questions, and we'll definitely do some readings, pull some cards for you if you want a spiritual message for today, or if you want to laugh your ass off or something too. Because when it comes to like oracle decks, I have so many like from humor to like relationships, and even just like I ordered two more, and one of them
You
is
did
DC
not.
Comics, and one of them is Marvel Comics. It's gonna come. The Marvel Comics one's coming next month. The other one's coming the month after. So I think I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
do
fun.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. Use those two decks too.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, to JR, sending you lots of healing love.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. Thank you for
that's tough. Yeah.
I know it's tough. I know, especially during now too. It's everything that's going on. Let's see that opportunity to help you. Susan Beckett, good to see you. I don't know if I've
Yeah,
seen you
to
before.
see you.
Susan Beckett, I have an opportunity to have dinner with someone I haven't seen in 30 years. Oh, wow. Should I go? I mean, it's really up to you, Susan. I mean, if you want to go, I mean, go for it. If you haven't seen someone to, is it like someone that you know close, or was it like someone you dated, someone's like a close friend? I'm just trying to answer that question if you want to respond to what I'm saying too. I could pull a card just to help you along with too.
Yeah, let me see if I get what I get here.
Yeah. Of course, Gertrude. They got you. They got you. Welcome back, Michelle. Good to see you. Yeah.
Well, Susan, the card I pulled for you is the King of Earth, and it says generous, professional, responsible, and practical. And it says a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. So with the card, yeah, I would absolutely go if
Yeah.
if you're interested in touching base again with someone that you haven't seen in 30 years. That's really neat.
Yeah, that's quite some time too. So 30 years. Oh wow. That's like
You
almost
have a lot to
I'm
talk about.
34. Yeah, that's always I'm 34, so I get that. So yeah, it's just like whatever decision that you make, Susan, just always be gentle with yourself. If you do want to go for it. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. It's really does depend on you. Just really being gentle with yourself. Just don't put too lot of pressure on yourself. Just when it comes to snow,
Yeah.
it's really all about with the water element. Just really being gentle with yourself when it comes to your decision. And if you do want to go to dinner with this person, go for it. If you don't, that's cool. It's really your decision, and just really be gentle with yourself no matter what. And so, hopefully that was helpful too, Susan. And she says, "Great card, Angela." Cool,
Absolutely. I'm glad. Thank you.
cool. Yes, indeed. So, hopefully that was helpful, Susan, and much love to you. All right. So Gertrude wants a meeting reading for today. All right. Gertrude. Shout out
Okay.
to her.
Here we go.
If you haven't checked out Gertrude's channel, she is really grounded and down to earth. So she's really cool.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Susan. I don't think I've met her before. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah. It's nice to meet you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anyone I don't know, I figure you're just a friend I haven't met yet, right?
Yeah. Okay, JR, I got you. You got a reading also. course. All right, Gertrude. Let's see. I got you, Ron. So don't worry, man. I saw your question earlier, and I got you before. So.
Okay, Gertrude, I'm ready here. The first one that I got is Release, which is Archangel Azrael, which says the end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Very nice. Then I've got, and I didn't take this as a challenge card. I actually took this as just a regular card in the progression of things, which is the Two of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward. And an outcome of the Lovers, which is intimate relationships, carefully weigh your decisions, and good health. I'm getting this not so much the Lovers, maybe as a like a man and woman thing, but maybe I'm getting it more that you're really connecting with people as you move forward. So it just sounds like spiritual transformation, time to move on, and in good health and moving on, helping many people as you do.
Yeah, I got that similar cards for Gertrude also because I know like she's really working on herself too because I feel like she's really planting some seeds too when it comes to growth.
Yes.
I feel like she's really growing to become her own person. And just like, when it comes to this message, it's really strong with this earthly message.
Yeah.
She's really growing with this card. And also just, for you, Gertrude, just really taking some time for yourself to really, just to, find, some solitude, some me time for yourself too. This is all about, with solitariness. And it's like, take some me time for yourself to evaluate things too when it comes to your own growth, when it comes to with anything too. And just really taking the time for yourself to just, taking some me time, just you put things in perspective to reflect. And it's a really powerful time for you and for all of us too, especially as Mercury in retrograde to, take some solitary time too. If you're like, if you feel like you're feeling on edge, if like, I don't want to talk to people, it's this, with this message too, Gertrude. And feel free to let me know if this resonates too. This is all about, taking the time for yourself too. And then like, with the next card that I have too, with the outcome of that as well, it's just like you're going to be completing something also. You're really going to be finding that last piece of the puzzle and you're really going to be completing something too. So it's kind of like, oh, what'd you say?
That's awesome. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I didn't hear it for the split second, so that's cool. That's cool. So with this card too for yourself, Gertrude, and just like with this message, I feel like you're really going to be completing something too. You're really going to be finding that last piece of the puzzle, and you're really going to be completing something really powerful for yourself. And so it's going to be, and kind of with this picture too, you see the brain and the stars here too, and these puzzle piece. It's like an ending of something too. Like you're really going to be completing something. So it's going to be very powerful for you once you discover this too, and you're going to be like, oh shoot, there you go. So it's like it's going to be powerful for you. What's coming ahead? So
awesome.
Yeah, good stuff for you, Gertrude. Hopefully that was helpful. That me and Avana pulled for you. And so Ron is next, my boy. And he wants an angel. Ronnie boy. I'm going to use a different deck for him. So, Ronnie boy. I'm going to use the Metatron for him. I'm getting that feeling.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Now these 3 cards, I'm taking a little. Oh, you're taking a break. Okay, that's why I got that feeling. I was just gonna make sure it resonates with you too. So we got just found that. Oh, that's powerful. Good for you, Gertrude. Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome. You do you, my friend. That's powerful. Oh, congrats to Melinda, Michelle, your big sister. False Teeth Tarot. She's a 2 away from
That
you.
is awesome.
Cool. Okay, card for Ron. All right, Ronnie boy. Oh, it's you got something for us?
No, yeah, right. I do. I actually pulled 3 cards. First one, the Queen of Fire. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity.
Mm.
3 of Water. A celebration. A wedding,
Water, very
graduation, or
creative.
birth announcement. The need to have more fun. 3 of Water is the 3 of Cups. That's my favorite card because that represents me and my 2 Pleiadian sisters, actually. Avana and Ivana I always loved that card because it really means the reading is resonating. And then 10 of Water, a contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Oh my gosh, it just sounds like a really nice time. I don't know what you're doing, Ron. I don't know if you're staying out of trouble or whatever's going on.
Are those blue cards like water element kind of ways? Is it?
Yeah, 2 of them are water and
cool.
fire.
It kind of sounds like this deck too. Anyways, that's cool.
Yeah, woo! Water and fire. Freaked out.
Ooh, a lot of passion and creativity. So that's like steamy stuff going on.
Steamy stuff.
Nice. And Ron says they'll both be live. Okay, so you're going to be connected with Michelle. And
awesome.
On Saturday, September 17th. Cool stuff.
Yeah, that is really cool. That's going to be great.
Yes, Cindy. And Ron, a card that I have for you also is to really tap into those magical realms too. I got lilac. And so this is a beautiful color. It's like if you see this picture, it looks like a Disneyland kind of emblem here too, because of the castle and the moon too. And this is really all about, magic and magical realms, and just to really tap into that for yourself, to really just, tap into that kind of magical realm and just creativity that you have to when it comes to also with the lilac too, diving into that color. I believe this color kind of connects with the third eye and the too, right? So really just connecting with that spirit too, to the magical realm, just with your creativity, with your passions, with your energy, etc. Just really tap into that for yourself when it comes to tap into the magical realms. And I'm just getting this really strong third eye sense here too, Ron. It's just for you to tap into that for yourself. Even if you have to wear purple too, like you're wearing a suit or something. So it's like you can dress up as Lily Wonka, or if you want to dress up as Prince, or you just want to, just do things that connect you to the magical realms too, with spirit.
That would be the artist formerly known as Prince.
Yep, the artist formerly known as yes.
That would be the tarot reader formerly known as Ron Unconditional Love Tarot.
Yes, that would be cool.
Flame, yes.
St. Jared. Yeah, exactly. That's true, man. So really, your angel message for today from Metatron is to really tap into that magical realm and magic for yourself too that you have, and just really having fun with that too, with your creativity. So, whatever that you have in store, man, go for it. Use that magical, great gifts that you have, man. Good stuff.
Yes. Good. It is good stuff. Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hi, Mama Bear.
What's up, Serena? Good to see you. What's good? What's good? So, thank you, Ron, for being open to get a reading from us. And Michelle is next. So,
okay.
She's awesome.
Yes.
She's a riot. Her and my friend Lisa, she walks in beauty. Shout out to her. She's watching this. They just make me laugh so hard. I just can't focus. So it's like, if I giggle like a schoolgirl, and it's like, with you, Avana, you make me laugh also. If I hear all three of you at the same time, I'll lose it. If people want to be humorous, want to roast me in the chat, it's like, I'll take it. So it's like, I can stop laughing. It's like, oh, I gotta focus. If I have because I have my gummies here too, and
oh my gosh.
Yeah, these are natural. These are all natural, so that they call them the truth gummies and all that too. So it's just really cool stuff. It's awesome.
It does sound awesome. The truth gummies.
They really do taste good. You keep in the freezer for.
I'm gonna have to keep them. I'm gonna have to keep them in mind.
If you've been to you live in I know. I'm sorry. I'm tongue tied and I can't talk. I'm speaking gibberish, but
that's okay.
Do you have a store called Sprouts in your area?
No.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I thought they do. I'm sorry.
We don't really have too many exotic things over here.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. And Michelle
that's
said,
all right. I'm gonna look for it.
Yes. There it is. See, there we go. She started already. The mystery gummy. She's just like her sister, Melinda. They're just so right, and they're just very funny. So, Hey,
Hi,
Teresa.
Teresa.
Good to see you. Oh, shoot. That's fun. Gummy bears are delicious, Gertrude. I agree. All right. Let me finish up.
Oh, okay. Excellent. All right. Michelle, mini reading. Okay. First card, 10 of water. This is so true. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. That's nice. That's a nice grounding card. 7 of earth. Seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action. Unnecessary worry. Don't worry. Just planting right now. Those seeds are getting ready to sprout, so don't worry about it. And then your outcome, Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands, which is confident, warm, intelligent, and graceful. Stretch your wings and fly. Don't
Mm.
underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and your creativity. Oh, yeah, there you go, right? You're on your way. I love it. This is a nice read.
That's deep. And you're quick too on it because I take my sweet ass time to to read. And because that's like what? And there's no judgment too. It's like because I collab with so many readers too who are so quick and accurate, and some who take their time, which is really fine too. Whoever goes at their own pace. And with me, I'm very methodical, but at certain times I can be pretty quick like that. So it's like it really
You
depends
know
on the day.
what? I'm just quick. I've always been that way.
That's good.
That's how it is.
That's good. And so, Michelle, I have 3 cards for you from Metatron deck that I'm using. And feel free to let me know if these messages resonate because I feel like with you too, I feel like you're trying to get to know yourself on a deeper level when it comes to this message. And I got the authentic self. So I sense that you are just really getting to know yourself on a deeper level when it comes to your own spiritual journey and everything else too. And that's a powerful thing you can do when it comes to getting to know yourself. Just really doing that for yourself at this time too, especially during the Mercury retrograde when you're taking the time to reflect. And speaking of that too, I feel like for you, what you can take from this message is to review and reflect on things too, when it comes to anything in your life, when it comes to getting to know yourself, even just tapping into that for yourself, meditating, writing your journal. And the moon here too is really strong here too, so it's a really
Yes.
powerful message here. And the water here too kind of represents that also. So it's
Beautiful.
really, for you to really just reflect on things, especially during the Mercury and retrograde, to really just do that for yourself. And just really, knowing that with this message too, that, with the cosmos, that, every word and action that you do is a reflection of you too. So just really taking this, card to mind also when it comes to this message that, you are a reflection of yourself. Like what you do, what you say too is a reflection of you when it comes to the cosmos. So it's kind of like, like a mirror too, is kind of like that too, is a powerful message, especially when you're just doing some time to reflect. Just really know that every action and things that you do is a reflection of you also. So just when it comes to these 3 messages for yourself, Michelle, feel free to comment if these messages really resonate with you too.
Yes. Yes.
And especially what Avana pulled for you too. So
Yeah.
and
These are great cards.
yeah, very powerful, powerful stuff for you, Michelle. And she also has a beautiful channel too. Same goes for her sister Melinda, falls too
Yes.
So shout out to both of them too. And
Yes.
also Michelle, let me see if I could. Thank you for posting our friend Lisa's channel too. She walks in beauty. So she's another content creator. She's very down to earth, very powerful, very funny too. She'll make you laugh and think at the same time like that. So she's really cool. I like to give her a shout out wherever I can. So if she's watching this, shout out to her too. So thank you, Michelle. And also Teresa and anyone else I didn't say hi to also. You know,
Yes.
the Teresa's in here down there. There's 2 of them. So shout out to both of you guys too in the chat room, and thank you guys for being here too. And so, all right. So the last person that we have is JR. So you'll get a meeting, my friend, of course, for sure.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on. I lost a card. Hold on.
Oh, that happens to me too. I have shuffling cards. Some fly, some all spill on the floor. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's powerful, Michelle. You've been really doing a lot of self improvement for yourself. That's powerful.
Yes.
So that's why I got those cards instantly for you. So they are. Thank you all for watching. For those who are watching, much love to all you guys too. So I'm just let you know about that too. You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm
Okay, so JR, I have 3 cards for you when it comes to this Metatron deck too, and feel free to let me know if these messages resonate with you too. And I feel like when it comes to these powerful message for you, I feel like you're really going, connecting with your inner child too, just to really, finding some clarity for yourself too when it comes to the inner child. I just feel like you're really discovering your inner child, just really connecting with that too at this time, or just you've been doing that for yourself lately too. Feel free to let me know if this resonates too. I got the inner child for you when it comes to this source of your question too for your reading, just when it comes to getting to know yourself on a deeper level, rediscovering yourself, etc. And just really know that with this message too, that you are connected to heaven and earth, as above, so below. So it's kind of like with this message too for you, Jr. It's just to really know that you are connected to heaven and earth. You are connected to this planet, but also in the spiritual realms also when it comes to heaven and earth. Especially with this image too that you see when it comes to, you see this tree right here too, but you see the image down there below. Just really know that you are really connected to heaven and earth, and you're just always connected with that no matter what. And just also, with the next message that I have for you also when it comes to that too, is just to really taking action for yourself too. I believe that the outcome of that too, when you're rediscovering yourself, your inner child, and just really find that connection between heaven and earth. I feel like the outcome of that too is you really going to be taking action to certain things too when it comes to with action, and this is all about movement, taking actions, getting things moving too when it comes to anything that that's important for you. So I'm just getting this really strong, like grounding feeling that you're really going to be doing some powerful stuff for yourself, and the outcome of that too is you're really going to be taking action as well. So hopefully these cards that I pulled for you, Jr., when it comes to your reading, are very helpful too. So that's what I got. And much love to you, my friend. I'm sorry about your friend too. So with that, yeah. What you got on it?
The first card I got was Unity, which is Archangel Sandalphon, which says traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organization, seek out mentors and like-minded friends. It sounds like it's a time to surround yourself with friends, people that you feel very close to. Kind of going back to some traditional methods and viewpoints, just to kind of work through things. The next card that I got is Renewal, which is Archangel Jeremiah. It says review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. I got more, we're not so much paying attention to this wording. It was more to me the renewal card, a time of renewal, and just a time of renewal. And then the Queen of Water card, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. I think it's really important to care for yourself and others, do things that help you to feel your spirit and your soul to be renewed. And I pulled a Starry Beginnings Oracle card, and it is safe to let go. You are
Mm,
surrounded by love. So I think that really kind of mirrors this renewal card, as far as just just it's safe to let go and just really um do whatever you need to do to really move forward. So I hope that resonates with you.
yeah, much love to you, JR. We're just sending you
Yeah,
some love too, especially for anyone who sent prayers requests for people too that we care about. Our hearts go out to you as well. So thank you, JR, and hopefully the cards that we pulled for you were very helpful as well.
I hope so.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's all the questions that we did. We did pretty quick. So, if you want to read on me, Avana, too, I'd love to have a reading from you too.
Okay, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. I like that deck that you're using too. It's pretty cool with that elements there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's
I
pretty cool.
love this deck. This Angel Tarot cards by Bradley Valentine. Okay, so here we go.
Cool, cool. So I'll pull some cards for the collective too.
There you go. I'll read on you, and you can pull on the collective if you want.
Cool. All right. Cool. Oh shit! Cards just flying over. Hey, no, that's a good thing.
Absolutely, full of energy.
Okay, JR. She says to me, the reading that was my friend talking through the cards. Oh,
Aw,
yeah.
that's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that too. I know
Yeah, thank you for sharing that.
for sure. Oh shit, another one. Oh, okay. I'm dropping cards I wouldn't place. So no, that's a good thing too.
It is. Seriously, they are moving.
It's like the universe, like, hey, here you go. Hey, you want a message? Here you go.
You're gonna get it.
You know?
If you want a message, you're gonna get it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, IT guy, good to see you, my boy.
Hi, IT guy.
That's good. That's good. So, what's the last message, universe? What do you have for us? Oh, okay. Earthly messages here. Okay, you got it. All right. So, you want me to share first? Or you want to go?
No, I can go ahead, and then we'll wrap it up then with the collective.
Ladies
So
first.
the first one I got for you is Awakening. Archangel Gabriel. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself, which kind of makes sense during this time with the planets retrograde and new moon and things like that. Seems like an awakening. It's time to maybe have a temporary standstill to have a new awakening.
I feel like.
Oh, go ahead.
No, that's kind of accurate because I feel like it's awakening and transforming. So that's good. That's accurate.
Awesome. One of the one of the obstacle cards though is the Eight of Air. It says an illusion of being trapped. Doesn't mean you're trapped, it's illusion. A lack of self-confidence and afraid to take action. Maybe you're sitting still, kind of waiting. You're funny, this card's a temporary standstill. It said that too. That was the first card. So maybe kind of you're awakening, but you're not kind of ready to move forward yet. I got the Six of Water card, which says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past, while you may be sitting here waiting and having this feeling of maybe, I'm not saying you're afraid to take action, but just kind of I'm kind of seeing now the picture of the hermit card, just kind of like hanging there in place, learning, not quite ready. You're kind of holding yourself back, maybe. And
Yeah, that's accurate. I'm just really
oh,
analyzing stuff too. So it's kind of like I'm just, analyzing everything. I would say I'm
yeah,
holding myself back, but it's kind of like I'm just, analyzing. So that's kind of pretty accurate.
okay.
Yeah.
And this says romanticizing the past. You might have some thoughts or some ideas that like, oh, it was so much better back then or when I was doing something else, but you're kind of romanticizing that it wasn't really maybe as much as great as maybe you remember it to be if you, when
Yeah.
you really went through it. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then, um,
I know that.
but your outcome is the 6 of air, which is things are looking up, the end of a difficult situation, and taking a trip. And I pulled you an oracle card, and I got World Globe, which is travel opportunities, moving
Oh,
abroad, and wholeness and completion. So it sounds like whatever you're waiting on, or whatever you're thinking about, or whatever you're working on, um, you're going to take a trip.
oh, like actually, that'd be cool. I'll take a trip somewhere.
But you're gonna kind of go into this wholeness and this completion on whatever this issue is or whatever this idea is, and it looks like it's going to be quite successful. So
Okay.
hopefully that's the case.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm just working on getting my Reiki certification, and then it's kind of like I'm working on myself too to
Yeah.
just really clear my energy and just learning about that and also just healing too. So, oh Michelle, gonna take a trip to see Cat Leo. That's one of them. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. She realized secrets. That's what I'm talking about. Her and Lisa, and I mean, they'd be killing it at the after hour shows. I love it. Good stuff, Michelle. You just spoiled this. Spoiler alert. She spoiled it. So, oh, that's great. That's great. And Ron's laughing about it. Yep. He endorses it too. So, oh, shit. Very
Well, I was
good.
watching the chat. Did you guys work your date out yet? Which date?
We're still working on it. I mean, she's cool. I mean, she's like a chill person. So, I ain't no rush. So,
Oh no,
anyway.
I was talking about Michelle and Ron. They were talking about whatever. I thought they were going to be on the
Oh,
17th, and they said that doesn't work.
gotcha. Hope they do find a date too, so they can do that collab. When the time is right. But I'm looking forward to seeing that too, Michelle and Melinda, because Melinda
Yes, me too.
and Ron, catnip trip.
Catnip trip.
Ron, you too? Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Oh,
What you guys are talking
Lisa,
about, but it sounds like
Michelle,
a lot of fun.
yeah, and Melinda. Oh, Melinda is.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
Melinda is. Oh, I thought Shell was, spicy. Her sister takes it.
Oh yeah. She's the
She's
best.
funny though. She's funny. But IT guy, I'm gonna pull the collector cards and we'll do a Metatron reading for you too. You'll be our last person actually. So when it comes to my peeps, I always do requests. But for the messages for the collective that I have too from Metatron, and feel free to let me know if this resonates with you all. And I got the color green too, so it's a really powerful time for us to connect with our hearts. Even just when it comes to spending time in nature, wearing the color green too. It could be from being in your garden to just spraying green on your colors too. Even just when it comes to things that we consume, could be from plants, could be from anything from grapes to anything. Just really taking the time for ourselves, and even just when it comes to practice anything that helps us to connect with our heart, even wearing certain colors or crystals that are green too, like jade or other crystals as well, just to really connect us to our heart too, with our heart space. And this is a really powerful earthly message too, because there's nature and there's this beautiful stone here too in the middle. So it's all about heart healing too.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just, with healing, I got this message here too, being open to receive some healing for yourself, finding that clarity too. And it kind of goes with this message too,
Yeah.
For the collective also when it comes to heart healing, just really being open to receiving that too from your spirit team, from the universe, and just really being open to receiving that healing also. And all the colors there too, from green to blue to red, is in this message too. It's very strong. And just, also with the next message that I have for the collective is to really connect with Mother Earth. And it kind of goes with this message too, with, with heart healing.
Yeah.
So really taking the time for ourselves to find that clarity, to ground our energy, and to really just be in nature. If you want to put your feet in the sand in the beach, or if you want to be in nature also when you're going hiking, or just be in your garden also, or whatever that helps you to connect with nature to help you ground your energy. Or if it comes to earthing also, that's really helps you to connect with your heart as well. Go for it, especially when it comes to, finding that healing clarity for ourselves too. Just go along with that as well. So very powerful messages for the collective too, especially, for, for those who resonate with these two. This is very earthly messages here too with Metatron. And the earth here too is I'm really feeling this grounding energy too. It's really powerful. So just really taking the time for ourselves to really connect with our hearts, to heal it, to ground our energy as well. And with that being said, IT guy, you'll definitely get a Metatron reading and we'll wrap things up here. So I know that Avana wants to get her popcorn and drinks and all that stuff too.
I'm serious.
Yep. So it's all good. It's all good. So, yes, indeed. So IT guy, of course. And Michelle says Jay waiting on that signal in the sky and floating out here. Yeah, Keith said he has the Buttman signal ready. So with him too, he's like Batman because he made that signal, and I'm telling you, if I'm getting that thing too, it's on. So I have to prepare the costume. So yes, Michelle, he just swallowed the secrets out there. Oh shoot, that's funny.
I know that this isn't Metatron IT guy, but I pulled one card for you out of the Starry Beginnings. I hope you don't mind. But I actually got two cards that I really that really came out of the deck and I think are really, really appropriate right now. The first one it's number 8, which I love. Number 8 is my most favorite number. And it says, "You are worthy. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself." So what a great message. Aim for what you want and believe in yourself. And then I got 5. 5s represent change, which is you are being called into service. Believe in your own guidance. So just thought these were 2 powerful cards and 2 powerful messages for you. Hopefully they resonate and
Those are beautiful. Wow. What is that, Dad?
You are worthy and you're being called into service.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay. Oh, yeah. It's Starry Beginnings.
Oh, that's cool.
Cassie White. Yeah. Oh, I just started using them. I had them for a while. I forgot I had them, and I started pulling cards the other day. I was like, oh, these are beautiful.
Cool. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was like, oh, that's so cool. No, I like to be polite. So if I'm ever being rude, just let me know. So it's like, I don't want to have manners, especially if I'm on some people's channels. I'll be quiet. I was like, I don't want to be rude, but sometimes like, oh, how come you're not speaking? Like, I just want to be rude and just overtalk someone too. So I guess I'm very quiet. But if it's my channel, I'll talk a lot.
So, it's true. I see that.
Yeah. So I'm a man of my word. So I try to do that. All right. Almost done with your reading too. Oh my goodness. Oh, interesting. Got the same messages here. So, IT guy, I have 3 cards for you from Metatron as well, and they're very kind of powerful ones too. And the card that I have for you also, I feel like you're taking action, at this time in your life too. So I feel like you're taking action to certain things that are important for you when it comes to your, hobbies, your interests, something simply important for you. I feel like you're taking action when it comes to your reading through, in your life also, you're taking action. But also, what you can do just to really get some clarity too is to really take some time to pause and to really just take some me time for yourself, like the message of the void. And this is all about retreating and resting, doing some self-care too, to just really to take some me time for yourself. If you want to just say taking some self-care to play your favorite games or to do things that you love to do to recharge your energy, just to really pause and to really just relax and recharge your energy when it comes to retreating pausing, taking a break too, vacation, just really doing that for yourself. Or even just if it doesn't resonate to you, just really being open to doing that for yourself. And also, IT guy, the last message that I have for you is, with Mother Nature again too. Mother Earth is all about grounding. And so when you're taking the time to resting and to really practicing self-care with for yourself, just really don't forget to just really ground your energy to really find that clarity for yourself. And if you want to just be in nature, to hike, even when it comes to nature too, just really taking the time for yourself to ground your energy to really just find that clarity for yourself. And so, with these three cards for you, IT guy, feel free to let me know if these messages really resonate with you at this time. I just really get these, really powerful connections here too with these three messages, all about with this one, taking action to things.
Yeah.
So you're really on the move. But also to really just being open to taking a break for yourself, to take some IT guy self-care time for yourself, when it comes to resting and recharging and just really taking a break too. And just really, don't forget to always, ground your energy to really find that clarity for yourself. And that's what I got for you, my friend. Hopefully that was helpful, especially what Ivana has pulled also. So,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. Very powerful reading.
Hmm. So, with that being said, Ivana, you want to share anything else before we wrap things up? Or
The only thing, let's see. Okay, and then let's see. Thursday, I think it's at 7 p.m. It could be at 8 p.m. I'm going to be on Katie Moonchild's channel.
oh, that's my girl. Shout out to her.
Yeah, so
She's
really
cool.
looking forward
We
to
talk
that.
about things for like 7 hours straight. We give her a call sometimes, and it's like, oh, Katie Moonchild. We talked like half a day, and we solved the world's issues at the same time.
Absolutely.
Shout out to her. So yes, yeah.
So that I have that coming up, and that's about it at the moment. But I'm not worried because something always comes up, and I always end up, on somebody's channel.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you're just, your channel is awesome too. And just like, your personality too is very lively, very powerful, and it's very sweet too. So thank you for being on my channel too. It's been a pleasure. You're very fun to be around with, and you're always welcome on my channel if you ever want to pop in on Wednesday
Thank
or
you.
Friday, whatever you want to do too. So you're always welcome here too. It's like a place to, like you, Ron, Michelle, Lisa, other Lisa too, Spirit Spirit.
Yeah.
Every favorite spirit, you name it too. Katie Moochot especially too. So
Yeah.
yes.
I just happened to tune into her the other day. We were chatting, and next thing I know, she's like, "Hey, why don't you go on my channel?" I'm like, "Absolutely, you're welcome."
Yeah, she's cool. She's cool. Katie is sweet. She's, she makes you think and makes you,
Yes.
comfortable at the same time. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
And so IT guy says thank you, Avana. So
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you, IT guy and Michelle and all you guys in the chat room. Ron especially for making us laugh. Michelle included too. So I'll definitely get you guys soon. You guys have your live stream. I'm gonna be in the room. Like,
Oh yeah, I'm
there you
looking
go.
forward to that.
If I pop in unexpectedly, what's up then, huh? So you talking about me, but it's all right. It's all fun. It's all for fun though.
Absolutely.
But if you guys ever want to check out Ivana's channel, also, it's linked in the chat room right now. Pinned in the chat room, so if you guys want to check her out. But for those who are watching a replay, feel free to check her out too in the description below too. You just help her channel grow too.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Check out her, got her content as well. And Michelle, thank you for posting K Travel's channel also. So shout out to her as well. She's a sweet person that I interviewed also. Especially on her channel too. She's very sweet, very passionate too. Very, she's traveled, she's been around the block, so she knows her stuff when it comes to traveling. So she's been around the globe. So thank you for, for posting her stuff too. And you're welcome, IT guy too. So thank you for being here too. And I can't forget to promote my own self. So, again, Michelle, thank you too. If you guys want to check out Ivana's channel too, feel free to check it out for yourself at any time. So, as well too, if you guys ever want to reach out to me too, here's my email, herc213@gmail.com. So I check my email every morning. I try to because I get a bunch of stuff. So I try to, like if someone wants to collab with me, if you guys want to send some feedback about my content, I always, read them too and just respond to you guys the best I can too. So if you do want to reach out to me too, if you want to collab, or if you guys want me to be on your channel, or if you want to be on my channel, talk about certain things, just hit me up on my email, herc213@gmail.com. And if you guys want to reach out to me on social media, or if you guys want to check out my exclusive content on my Patreon page, or for my doTERRA page too, or if you want to send a donation to my PayPal, or if you want to check out my Amazon wish list, I'm being open to receiving, being spoiled too. So it's in the description below too if you guys ever want to check out my Linktree. And Avana, and since I'm talking so fast like I'm a mad scientist, thank you for, being here too. But on the real though too, thank you for being here, being an awesome guest too. And you're always welcome on my channel too. So
Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, if you want to do something humorous too, if you're open to like comedy after hours stuff too, you're more than welcome to let me know.
Yeah.
Too.
Okay.
So, yeah, for sure. And also Gertrude, also,
yes.
Feel free to check her out. Also, she's amazing as well, and it's just
Absolutely.
like she's just a sweetheart and very grounded, and she knows her stuff too. So I can
she does
talk all day. And same goes to Kay too. She knows her stuff also. So it's just really cool to listen to Kay travel also. And same goes to Michelle. She's very knowledgeable too. So
yes.
Well, after hours is 18. It's for adults only, so that's why I put it there. It's not for kids. So definitely. I gotta have you or Melinda on there too one of these.
Oh yeah.
Or Lisa Smith. That'll be cool. So it'll be something fun to do. For people up to that, talk about relationships too. Looking forward to doing that also in the future. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go so you guys can sleep. You guys can eat your snacks, watch Netflix,
eat popcorn,
watch the movies, and watch YouTube, whatever you guys want to do for the night too. I know it's Mercury retrograde. It's like, I want to just sleep and relax.
Time to relax.
I totally get that. Retrograde, especially in certain planets, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto. It's like, it's just like you're just over it too. And so Michelle says, go to bed, kids. Time for adult readings. We're going to get the popcorn with that, too. We're going to wrap up. So thank you for being here, too, guys. And may we continue to practice self-care that could benefit us, our loved ones, and our environment. And also, I'll be live tomorrow, too, for the Wellness Wednesday Solutions live stream. So if you guys want to talk about wellness, from activities to tools that can help us live a healthier lifestyle, tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific time. So anyways, I did a lot of talking today, and I ain't going to get my popcorn. I'm gonna get my cookies in the freezer again. So
I'm gonna get those too. I'm gonna try this freezer drink.
Truth gummy serums. So yes, indeed. So bye, guys. It's been a fun night. You guys take care. Namaste.
Namaste.